Hello everyone, welcome to Ace with Ease IAS. Today we have with us our special guest Aravindhan. So I would say this to be special for the reason that we know UPSC is one of the toughest examinations, and every year only thousand of us get selected, and many of the students do not clear it. And he stood for many days on the border of this side and he has just crossed it. And this has been a long journey. He was grounded, consistent, and humble in his journey, and he has proven that this preparation was worth it. And today we would like to know his journey and all his learnings so that all the students get benefited from it. So, hello Arvind, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for hosting me.
Yeah. So Arvind, what were you doing when the UPSC results were announced?
Sir, first of all, I exited all the prediction groups from UPSC. So results will be coming out. Jesus is coming to save you all. Such kind of groups have existed from everywhere. Then through my friends, I came to know that today results are going to be out. So I put my phone on silent. I just slept. So I didn't have the courage to even see the result. So after I woke up, I saw my phone was ringing. There were over 20 missed calls. So I picked and answered one. They said, "Congratulations, you are cleared." I wasn't able to believe it. So then I reconfirmed it. Then I told my parents. So it was altogether a whole new different feeling for me.
See, yours has been a very long journey, right? It is 7 years. This is the seventh attempt.
Yes, sir.
So, what was your parents' feeling when they got to know that you are clear?
So literally after last year's interview result, everyone was hopeless. Especially I was the one who was completely gone. I felt like quitting it up. My mom and my dad was pushing me further. Even on the day of prelims, I doesn't want to give the prelims. So my mom nudged me to give the prelims. So I gave. After the results came, they were very happy. They said that it was we were struggling for so many days. Today it has happened. I could sense a sigh of relief from their face.
Yeah. So, you have siblings?
Yes, sir.
So, what do they do? So, did they support you in your journey, or they were also studying along with you?
Sir, my brother, he already cleared NEET UG. So he got a government medical college. So as he was also preparing for competitive exam, he could completely empathize with me. He understood my problems and issues. So he also spoke for me amongst my relations with my parents, and he supported me like anything.
Okay. So, your schooling is from the same area where so you belong to Tanjore. You stay in a village near Tanjore, right? So, what is the name of the village that you belong to? Because some of the students who are from Chennai, they said they would like to know where you are from.
Sir, I belong to a village named Tundi Vinayagan Petai. It is present in Tirudaimardur Taluk of Tanjavur district. It is 45 kilometers from Tanjavur.
45 kilometers from Tanjore. Okay. So, your schooling has been from that area.
Sir, from there around 10 kilometers if we go across, there is a town named Kumbakonam. So I did my schoolings from there.
Kumbakonam. Okay. So there is coffee house in Hyderabad, Kumbakonam Coffee.
Sir.
So it's famous here.
It's famous by degree coffee.
Yeah, just beside our institute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you one thing. Did your schooling had any impact on your preparation? So people think that I am not from good school, I'm not from good college. For you, what did you feel? Because see, some people who clear in the first attempt or second attempt or third attempt, they may not be able to give a clear picture whether they really had impact or not. But since your journey is long, you know it better.
In my early days of schooling, I'm not so studious.
Okay.
In my 8th standard, I met with an accident. My hand got fractured. I wasn't able to write the annual exam. So that school made a precondition that if you are getting the TC, based on the half yearly mark, we'll be promoting to the 9th standard. So my dad agreed with that. He doesn't want me to waste one more year. So he took the TC based on the half yearly mark, and he made me to join in a different school. In 9th standard, my correspondent, he was a very generous man. He was very kind-hearted person. He gave me admission in his school, and the school was very small, like
What is the name of the school?
Star Matriculation Higher
Star
Secondary.
Matriculation in Kumbakonam.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So the whole class had only 12 children. So it was each and individual attentions were possible in the class. So they took care of me, and it was from there where I started studying. That school led an indelible mark in my career.
Okay. So you meant to say it has an impact on your further preparation, or it won't?
It had, sir.
It had. Okay. So one more important thing that so after completion of your matriculation, you went to higher studies. So when did you decide that you have to prepare for UPSC? So was it during your school days or college days or after that?
Sir, during 2004, it was an annual holiday. That time, it was infamously known as the Boxing Day tsunami. So after tsunami, my district was a coastal district. People has been migrated hugely from one part of the district to the other. And I went to my grandma's home. It is hardly 10 kilometers from the coast. I have seen the presence of Gagandeep Singh Bedi sir and Radhakrishnan sir. They were the collectors of those districts at that point of time. I used to discuss this with my dad, and based on those discussions and what I saw in the TV and what I saw for myself in the reality, I got inspiration from them. I used to feel that I also should one day become an IAS officer.
Okay, nice. So we'll definitely work for it. Anyhow, you'll be taking UOL and as we planned. Okay. Now, after your, where did you do your graduation from?
Sir, Ishwari Engineering College, it is part of SRM University in Chennai.
So, part of SRM University in
Yes, sir.
Chennai, Ishwari Engineering College. Okay. So, you prepared in Chennai or you went to any other place for preparation?
Sir, initial days I went to Delhi for preparation. Then later on, after 1 year, I felt that Delhi is not my cup of tea. So I moved to Bangalore.
So, extreme weather.
It's extreme weather.
Yeah.
So Bangalore was altogether a completely pleasant environment. I stayed there for 4 years. Then my things weren't working out for me. So my parents decided that now let's everyone go and stay together. So we all moved to Coimbatore. There we started. From Coimbatore, I gave my past 2 attempts.
Okay. So now you have given multiple attempts, right? How many attempts you have cleared prelims? How many attempts you have cleared mains?
Sir, out of 7 attempts which I had appeared, 3 attempts I had cleared prelims. 3 times, all the 3 times I have cleared the mains. And I have given 3 interviews. This was the first time I am clearing the interviews.
Okay. So every time you clear prelims, you cleared mains also. Right. So now, what were your drawbacks in the 2 attempts that you went to interview and you cleared mains, went to interview, but could not reach into the final list? So what were your drawbacks and what did you find? What were your learnings from it?
Sir, in my first attempt, my score was 44 marks ahead of the cutoff in mains. But I entirely flunked up in interview.
Okay.
I couldn't face the interview. That was my second attempt at the first interview. So it was totally gone. I lost the cutoff by 12 marks. In the second mains, I hardly passed the mains. Just 7 marks ahead of cutoff. I went to interview. Even in interview, I haven't fared well. I got only 146 marks. And in the third mains, I was doing some work. I was doing value addition, reorienting my strategy. So my main score was around 62 marks ahead of the cutoff. Same again in interview, I wasn't able to fare better. That's why rank got back.
Okay, so interview is the issue there. Okay, so this was your journey. Now let's come to anthropology. So what made you choose anthropology? Did your backdrop had any impact in choosing anthropology? That means your effect of your society and culture, or was it interest because of the score? What made you choose anthropology?
Sir, initially when I came for UPSC preparation, I thought of picking geography as my option. But however, I spoke to many of my seniors. I went through the syllabus, question papers of geography. And similarly, I also went through the syllabus question papers of anthropology. Then I tried anthropology for 1 month. So I felt that this subject is quite close to my heart. And this was quite interesting as well. And it is doable within that given span of time. So all these considerations has pushed me into taking anthropology. Sir. After taking anthropology, I realized instead of anthropology, if I would have went for any other optionals, I wouldn't have been able to make this far.
Okay. See again, you have took anthropology, but this 6 years, right? So you met me in the last attempt. That too, last 30 days, I
Yes.
guess. So these 6 years, what was missing in anthropology? Your scores were not so good as in the past.
Sir, if I could say in my first mains I got 274 in Anthro. In the second mains I got only 244. What big mistake I did is I thought when I could get 274 with the limited content, why not prepare more and start to dump more content in the paper so that I can cross 300. I did that, but it has backfired. The the bigger mistake which I did was I haven't did it in a systematic manner. I was putting content for the sake of putting it. So it didn't work out. So last time, as you said, sir, I have limited my content, revised multiple times. I have made sure that I'm meeting the demand of the question. So as I had very little time, I did only these things which helped me gain around extra 20 marks.
Okay. So which area was difficult for you in anthropology?
Um, so Indian anthropology, village studies.
Village studies. So and again, how did you manage your paper two?
Sir, in paper two, I was good with tribal anthropology. So I used that and archaeological anthropology. Initially, I had issues with archaeological anthropology as well, but I took your notes and saw the pattern, how it is working, how cultural changes are happening from one phase to the other. I tried to inculcate in the paper. I made short notes using those notes. I revised it multiple times. Archaeological anthropology, I was able to do comfortably. But when it comes to Indian anthropology, I always study that one.
So now, just give a brief about our journey. That like, how did you come across my course and how you utilized it and in what way it has helped you?
Sir, last year due to general elections, there was a dearth of 20 more days. Prelims was postponed, the results were postponed. I hardly had 75 days for the exam. So I wasn't able to do both the GS and anthropology properly. Just a month before the exam, I came across browser of Sir Rapid Revision course in a Telegram channel. Without having a second thought, I just enrolled it. So
So
I
you don't know about me. What made you confident to choose immediately?
Sir, you were given the interview. So below that browser, I went to the website. I found out that you said that all those important topics will be covered in these 3 days. So I thought when we can do this in 3 days, anyway, I'm going to watch solution of test series. Why not watch this? So I tried watching, but that 3 days, it's not a 3 days actually. For one class, if sir was taking for 2.5 hours, I have to spend around 4 hours to take notes out of it. I have to pause it every time, take the notes. From those notes, I have to again make the short notes. I have revised it multiple times. I made sure I inculcated all those things into the paper. For instance, uh, there was a question related to Apatani tribes. So what I did was, sir was drawing a diagram in class. So he mentioned that it was they are from Arunachal Pradesh. The fishing and the rice cultivation were happening simultaneously. So that thing struck to my mind. I took and drew it and started explaining like political dimension, economic dimensions, and what are all the problems faced by them. accessing the market, government support, lack of new technology. So like this, I started writing points. This helped me in some way to manage over there. So those bounces questions I was able to manage because those content which I got from the class.
Okay. So did you utilize all the information that was given in the class?
So it's very difficult to utilize all the information, sir. Sir, the content which you gave me, it was roughly around 100 pages. I condensed it to 30 to 35 pages. I made sure I revised it multiple times. I used only one third of it in the paper. I was not able to cover everything, sir.
So what's your view if somebody covers everything?
Sir, if somebody covers everything, in that last moment, it would be very difficult. So what?
No, I'm asking that if somebody takes it early and covers all those things, how will it benefit to them?
Sir, I got 261. If I would have did, I would have crossed it to 9.
You would have crossed 290.
290. Easily, I could have managed 15 marks each paper.
Okay. So there was paucity of times, right? Again, this year many rankers saw the dip in the score, right? But you saw the growth in your score. So do you think is it because of what we have added, or is it because of any other reason? You can be honest.
Sir, I'm entirely being honest. The thing is, after going through the classes, you discussed a few strategies like not overwriting, not writing the thinker's name for the sake of writing. I avoided those things. Apart from the content, these ideas like I had the predisposition like that if I write more points, I'll get more marks. And sir break that thing. He said, if the question demands you to write in points, write in points. If the question demands you to explain more, write in para format. So I tried these things. Apart from the content, these things also helped me to get a score.
Okay. Good. So now, what's your journey further? So we all feel happy for your success because this is your 7th attempt. That grit and determination that you have shown, because you know every time you see the PDF of the results, be it prelims, mains, or interview, because you have been through these 3 stages 3 times, right? So that gut to see the PDF is not there with all the people. So, what's your future course of action that now you would be getting IRS, right? So, what's your future course?
Sir, even I didn't had the gut to see the PDF. That's why I turned my mobile into silent. I don't want to see it. I want someone to see it for me. So right now, I'll join the foundation course. I'll complete it. Then I'll complete the training phase. So after completing the training, I'll apply for EUIL and sit and prepare again for 1 year. Then I'll give the exams.
Okay. So, which area you are thinking to work to improve or to get your score?
Sir, as I said, I'm weak in Indian anthropology. I would like to work a lot in Indian anthropology. And I have to tell you one more thing, sir. I was fortunate enough to find you for anthropology, but I was unfortunate enough that I don't know that you are guiding for essay. I should have come for essay. I got only 100 in essay last time. This time I have to work well in essay. And Indian anthropology, essay, GS3. These 3 areas I think I should work more so that I can, there is a huge scope for another 50 mark improvement.
Okay. So, I think interview also you should work upon, from my point of view.
Yes, sir.
Because interview, if you work a little, I think you can get very good rank and that can push you to IAS also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what message do you give to the aspirants who are coming new? So you know, like this is a long journey, right? So it has been very long journey. So what message do you give to them? What mistakes you want them to avoid so that they don't have such long journey for themselves?
So initially when aspirants come for preparation, they believe that within 1 year they can clear. It is doable, but unfortunately many of us are not able to clear in the 1 year. I truly believe that one day they will get clear, they can clear, but they should not lose hope. So they should keep on grinding, they should learn from their mistake. That perseverance is the one thing which is crucial. Last time, after last interview, the interview results came in the afternoon. Next day morning 7 o'clock I was in library. I started preparing. So this thing I learned and this helped me to This helped me all these tough days. So I would say that if you are facing few failures, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. That is what is required.
Okay. So, what mistakes they should avoid while they are in the earlier stages?
So, running behind so many materials. First thing. Second one is enrolling in multiple classes. Just enrolling and thinking that they will clear. Underestimating the power of having a mentor. And underestimating the impact of test series. So I think these are the few mistakes which they should avoid. They should constantly interact with their seniors and mentors so that they'll understand what is the demand of the UPSC, what is the reality in the ground. So if they can do these things, their chances of clearing will increase.
Okay, Arvind. So, thank you so much that you are able to give some insights to the beginners, because your journey has given you a lot of experiences, and at the same time, it is too inspiring for all of us as well to sustain in the journey for a long period of time, and you are willing to work further as well. Okay, many people think that as soon as they get the rank, I'm done from this process, I'm not going to do anything further because IRS I'm happy with. But when you talk to me like you want to work further and we should work in anthropology, we should improve it, and we should get better marks next year in essay also. So that I felt that okay, not all can have this, but very few people have this grit and determination. I think you will be an inspiration for all those people that who are seeing the failures now. I know some of my very good students who are not able to cross the first stage. They are failing in prelims repeatedly. But if at all they cross prelims, I think definitely just like you, they'll clear all the stages and they'll get it. So you can be good example for them. And many students, like recently, they were sharing after prelims their grief or the grief that they were going through, and I can resonate with them that definitely they have put lot of hard work efforts, because they have prepared so much for mains, they're not able to see that reflect, right? So again they have to wait for 1.5 year to see that reflect, and they don't even know what happens. So that is making them lose their energy and patience. So I think by looking at this interview and your words, listening to your words, that can be awakening thing for them. And I thank you very much for being here, and we'll continue to work hard further in anthropology and essay. So would love to see you as an IAS. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.